Welcome back to
hi.
Comedy or Worse. I'm here today with my very special guest,
Elwin Warsh.
Yay! I don't like to prep anybody. I just like to point at them until they say their name.
Yeah, I don't like saying my name. Sounds weird.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I could have said it for you.
I would appreciate that.
But, I might pronounce it wrong. And then everybody's like, well, which pronunciation was right?
You might say it racist. It might sound racist.
Yeah, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, give me that. Now you pique my interest.
No, I'm joking. But
you have a racist pronunciation? You can
no. Not that I could think of.
Or if you can't think of it, then that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That means he's not racist.
That's good. My parents weren't, at least. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily mean they're not, but
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So speaking of which, you use your name, right? You don't have a stage name.
No. I've been thinking about maybe trying it.
Switching to a stage name.
Maybe. My middle name's Harold, and Harold in the world of like improv is like the main improv form you learn when you start. And I think it would be, if I did, I might go like Elwin Harold or something with Harold in it, just to comedy kind of. I don't know. For some reason, it sticks out to me. If I were to do a stage name or
just keep your first name.
I don't know. Maybe it's already a pretty unique name.
Why don't you just be like? Why don't you just go by like EW?
Sure. Ew.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I've got that before.
EHW.
EHW. Oh.
What was it? Oh.
I keep like looking at this, thinking that's where. Oh no, it is. Wait, what's the setup? I don't understand.
Yay! On your bingo cards, let's talk about the setup. So this is the iPhone 15 Pro, recording good video, well, as good as it can do. Well, I mean, I guess I use just the default. It's like I forget what it is. Whatever the default is, and then this is, even though it's recording video, it's really about the audio.
Oh, gotcha. This is that the video of the podcast?
That's going to be the video, and then we're going to strip off the audio from this.
I see. I like this. It looks like good versus evil. Like you're coming from.
Well, I'm in the light.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have like the light behind you, so you're like the angel, and I'm the devil. If you were to use it, it's cool when there's sun coming in. You can't really see you, but
yeah, that's yeah, exactly.
No one watching this can really understand this.
Yeah,
so I'm confusing.
I mean, I could put the video. That would be interesting.
Up,
but like edit together and have it just be on the corner or something.
You could.
Yeah, I started doing portrait mode when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do clips and have, and then I just haven't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a promo at the end.
Oh, okay.
So we'll record the episode and then we'll try to do a quick. You should listen to the episode.
Yeah.
Because this is what we talk about.
Yeah.
Or just make up stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
You have to watch the episode to know. Well, you are watching the episode, so you know.
We're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, we're gonna break all the walls.
Yeah, soon.
The ceiling will fall down on us.
Yeah, looks like it's about to.
Yes. So how did you get into comedy?
I started off in improv. That's how I got in. Back in 2011, 2012, a friend of mine just said, "Hey, I'm gonna do improv. You want to do it with me?" I said, "Yeah." So it wasn't really a big story.
Okay.
And then I stopped doing it for 3 years for whatever reason. And then got back into it, got really into it at that point for like 5-ish years. Really, like for anyone that's done improv, when you're starting, have you ever done it?
Just took a intro course, just kind of.
Okay.
I don't know.
In town?
Yeah, at the Comedy Palace. I liked it. But it's definitely, it seems like you got to dedicate time.
Yeah, like anything else. I mean, kind of.
A little bit of money.
Kind of time, money, yes, But what I was going to say about it is like when you start doing it, it's like addicting. Like it's like a whole new thing that your mind opens up. More so even than stand-up, I think. Because it's like...
Wow, more addicting than stand-up.
Yeah. It's because it's like stand-up before you actually like enjoy it and like really get something out of it takes a while. Improv is a little more accessible. Like you can start having fun pretty early. And then you get better and you start having more fun, you get on more teams. It's kind of like you forget how to play as an adult, you're playing again. So at the beginning I was doing it all the time. So for about 2 years, like a lot of improv, much more than I do stand up now. But that's how I got into it.
Okay.
And
so what's the path? You take courses, you get all the way to the end, and then you just start joining teams?
Kind of, yeah. I'm not trying to advocate for it. I'm not advertising it, but yeah.
Yeah, more comedians should just get into improv and make room for us.
They shouldn't. They're going to ruin it if they do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. You're going to ruin it for everybody.
Just go and watch improv.
Yeah. Don't even do that. Just don't even. I'm joking. You should. Comedians should do it.
Well, everybody should go watch live comedy.
Yeah. Right.
That's one of the goals of the podcast, is to encourage people, to interview comics and see how much fun it is just talking to them. There's places you could go see comedy and then get to and see Elwin perform, and then he might even stick around. You might get to talk to him.
It's crazy.
Be like, oh, I saw you on Comedy or Worse.
Yeah. You don't go to like an Usher concert. You don't get to meet Usher after.
Oh no.
Unless you pay for like the package deal.
You can barely meet the Usher.
I know, right?
You're so busy.
Yeah, you can't even meet the Usher at the Usher concert.
Yeah, they're like, no, just go sit down.
Yeah. This way
you don't need to know my name.
You get to meet Usher. That's what we're trying to say in this scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
If Usher was funnier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could be the funniest person in the world. You never know. That's the funny thing about comedy, is the funniest people aren't necessarily comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, who's the funniest person in your life? Are they a comedian?
It's a good question.
I just thought of it.
Yeah, where's it on there?
No, it's not on there. I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know if I have an answer right now. The funniest person.
You can always come back to it.
Yeah, welcome back. The funniest person that's not a comedian. Is that the question?
Well, it'd be like more interesting. Who's the funniest person in your life, and then are they a comedian?
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be
right.
We don't want comedians know a lot of comedians, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of not fair to like just cut out comedians,
right? I don't know the answer, but I got to think about it. But I feel like the funniest person most naturally funniest person I know probably isn't a comedian.
Right.
I had a friend who tried comedy a little bit, who was probably one of the funniest people I knew, and only did it a little bit, and he stopped.
Right.
So that's what off the top of my head.
So did you get addicted to comedy, like improv, or did it take a while?
Yeah, I guess my path is, I was addicted to improv for a while. Got over the addiction. Got past it.
How do you get over that addiction? You just do it so much?
Everyone has their point of, I guess I did improv enough where I had very good moments in it, had really good shows, did cool stuff, got to the point I wanted to, and then the challenge wasn't there anymore. Not that I was the best person in the world at it, but
he's the improv challenge.
Yeah. And not that I was the best one in San Diego at that moment when I decided it wasn't challenge anymore, but it's just, I could keep getting better, but I'm I don't know. I feel like I've kind of in a way conquered it. And then I always thought I'd try stand up. It was always on the back of my head, at some point I'll try it. I was never not going to.
Right.
I think she's been on this podcast, Jennifer Mason. I was coaching one of her teams over COVID, virtually, her improv team.
Yeah.
And at the same time, she was doing her class, the So Fucking comedy? So Fucking Funny. So Fucking Funny comedy. Right. Yeah. People should do that class. So at the same time, I was coaching her class. She was telling me about that. And she sold me to do it, which I wasn't that hard. And so I was doing her class the same time as I was coaching her team, so it's kind of cool. Like Thursday, I think I coached her team. Friday, I took her class or something, or Monday, Tuesday, actually, whatever. So it was a cool experience to like be coach and coach the same person. We were like kind of going back and forth. So yeah, then I took that class. I had never really done writing. This was my first time like writing comedy. It's always been improv where it's on the spot. So I felt like the performance part of it was sort of there. I knew how to do that. I was like comfortable with like, okay, I know I'm funny. Like it is just a different format of putting it out there. Sure. So I never came in like, maybe I'm not going to be good at this, yes or no, but like I understand my humor enough where I know what I want to like put out there and what has made people laugh in the past. So took her class over COVID, had my first show on Zoom, and had a couple shows over Zoom, and started doing it in person. And I guess what make me stick around and keep doing it is it's this new challenge that's like kind of scary. A lot of people are afraid to do. Yeah. And I'm sure you know when you have like that good show, like how good it feels.
Oh yeah.
And I like told a couple of people this, like stand-up's like the most selfish thing you could do. In that like, and there's nothing wrong with it being selfish because you write the jokes, you go to the open mics and suffer through that crap. You deal with the politics of getting on shows or whatever, and how that's not the funnest thing in the world either. When you get on a show and you do really well, it's like it's all like I can't, if someone was like
I know what you're saying, but I would just also say to anybody think that it's also about giving, right? You're trying to make the audience laugh, so
right?
Even though it's selfish in one hand, it's also like a group activity. Or
that's how you feel.
But so making people laugh, that's selfish?
A little bit.
Because you're trying to be the center of attention? Or
it's not that you're trying to be the center of attention, it's you're making them laugh. That's the thing you're trying to do. And you give them a good time. Right. But it's also, the laugh is also your accomplishment that no one could take away from you. That's what I'm trying to say. So if someone is interviewing you after a really good show and you're like, how'd that feel, whatever, would you be like, I want to thank my mom, or like, like a athlete?
Wouldn't you say, it was a good
it was a good show, yeah, of course. Yeah. But if they're like, do you want to thank anyone? And you're like, myself? Like well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Of course it feels good.
I get it. I'm just saying that there's a little part of it that's like you're giving back.
Yeah.
It's a group thing.
Of course, the act of it is that. I don't know if that sounds negative to you, but like for some reason that's why I like it. Like because it's so selfish and it's all kind of like it's your accomplishment. Nothing else in life is like that.
I'm not saying that it's negative. I'm saying that everything is complex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can help someone for selfish reasons,
right?
But you're still helping them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's people in the audience that maybe were having a bad day, and you make their life better.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to think more like that. I suppose. You think?
Do you do crowd work at all?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
So would you ever like talk to the person that's crossing their arms and scowling?
I've never done anything like that. I guess my crowd work is
like that person doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, the main crowd work I kind of do is if someone's responding to something I said and they say something back, like in the middle of my jokes, of course, then I like to like comment on it or interact. Yeah. I haven't looked for the person not having fun yet. I'm not,
everybody out there, I'm not saying that's the thing to do. I'm saying that's a challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Because I guess that's goes back to the selfish thing. It's like I want everybody to have fun. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So sometimes I do look at the people that are like not having fun.
Yeah.
And either think to myself or engage with them occasionally.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's really generous of you. That's like, as a performer, that's like a really generous way to look at it.
Is it generous or is it selfish? Because I want them to have a good time.
I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah,
Right?
Interesting. Yeah, what is it? I guess the whole thing is you're trying to like have a good show. Like, what will make you have a good show? Is it like if it's a show of 40 people and 35 people are loving it and 5 people are not, would you keep doing what you're doing, or would you go for the 5?
Well, I want to figure out a way to. I guess the first thing I would say is the goal is to make 100% of the audience laugh, right?
Right.
And going down the path of trying to get those 5 that aren't laughing can derail the show.
Yeah.
And kill the momentum.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so that's maybe not the best way. You're, as a comedian, you're trying to like be the broadest funny. You know, so the most amount of people laugh.
Right.
And have a good time at your show, and at the same time perform so much and expose people to your comedy that the people that like your comedy will come.
Yeah.
So in theory, you know, you're going to be able to. You could just be a local comic, and enough people know you. You know what I mean? And you're not famous yet,
right?
But a higher percentage of the audience is coming because they know you're going to be there, right? And then if you ever do get to where you can sell out places or whatever, or just get booked off of who you are, then hopefully a high percentage of the audience is already going to be a fan of yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do go after the 5 or not?
I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
I know I have.
Yeah.
And it's more like, it feels like sometimes like half the audience is on board.
Yeah.
And the other half is like, wait, I don't quite get it. I don't know if I should laugh.
Yeah.
Or like, how do you deal with the people that, like, usually women, that are like covering their laugh, they put a hand over their mouth and they don't want to laugh.
How do you get them to?
You know, like how do you deal with that? You see people holding back laughter, because that's not that sometimes is hard to deal with.
Holding back laughter, like after like something they're not supposed to laugh at, or what?
For whatever reason, I don't. Yeah. I try not to say anything.
I think that's
that people would be ashamed to laugh at.
Yeah, I think that's a scenario where you could say, like, you're trying not to laugh. It's okay, laugh.
Right.
I think that's a good way to do it. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Like, someone's like trying not to laugh. They either do or don't.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess too, with, you know, you get 10 minutes on a show usually, which is what in this town what they give you. You don't have enough time to, like, you know, deal with those 5 people. If something's working, you do the 10 minutes. If I had 30 minutes, you know, then maybe you want to get everyone involved. It's a little harder with the limited amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that longer sets, I think I'd for sure start to do that. But we're like 10 minutes, like I got, you know, 8 minutes of material, leave a little bit of time for something else, but, you know, not enough time to. I'll get the people I can get at the time.
Yeah, for sure. So what is your writing process? Do you ever go on stage with just like an improv, like, you know, like just like a general idea and work it out on stage, or?
Yeah, like open mics and stuff, I'll do that.
Okay.
I think generally I'll have like a premise and I'll write a little bit on it, and before I want to commit time to working on something, I want to see if people relate to it, if there's a reaction from it, I want to gauge that. So I'll say a thing with the limited amount of writing I did on it, just like look at people and see if they're engaged with it or nodding or whatever. If I feel that they are and it feels like there's something there, then I'll start to like work on it, put some time into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's next on the agenda?
So I asked everybody this question. I usually don't remember for myself what the answer is, but when did we meet? Was it yesterday?
Yeah. I think I gave you $1 on the street.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah. You think you bought crack with it?
I too cannot confirm or deny that. That seems pretty cheap.
This is very like The Office, you like.
Yeah, this is the new pilot to The Office.
Yeah, cool.
This is the audition process.
Oh wow, okay. When did we meet? I'm trying to remember.
Did I just appear out of nowhere, or
kind of? It wasn't here. It wasn't a Madhouse.
So how long ago did you start comedy?
Right after things opened up after COVID. I mean, I started.
I'd already been doing comedy longer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you started improv a long time ago. So, but anyway.
I don't know when we met.
That's fine.
I feel like I saw you on stage a lot, and then I never really like met you.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe we may have had our first ever conversation somewhere in the lobby here.
Okay.
That sounds about right. But when they used to do an open mic.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we met?
No.
No.
Sorry, you just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So have you ever traveled to do comedy?
Improv a little bit, not for stand up. For improv, I was on a team that got into a couple festivals. So we went to our first festival we got into was the Denver Improv Festival, which
nice. If
any of my former teammates watch this, we had a really bad show and I blame myself for it. It's a joke we have, but also I'm not joking. I do actually think that. And then we went to Phoenix for another festival. We got into some other one, but we didn't go. We got into San Jose, but I didn't go. We went up to LA for a show once. A couple times.
So how are you getting into these festivals? You just like record?
I'm laughing because you said vegetables. How do you
get into these giant vegetables?
How do you get into the giant vegetables? Yeah. Depends. Are they ripe? If they're ripe, you could get in. It's hard if they're not ripe. But
exactly. You have to pay money.
You have to pay money. You do have to pay money to get into the festivals.
Oh, okay.
It's like whatever, $25 to apply or something like that. Split between the 7 of us. It's fine. Yeah. And then they choose you. Like there's a committee every festival has where they watch.
So you're like submitting videos? Or?
Yeah, like you have to submit a video of your set. Much how I think they do stand up.
Sure.
I think there's probably a little bit of politics where if they know the team, there's something there, they might invite them. I don't know. I've noticed, I think, in improv festivals, they want to have different types of teams. So, say the best 5 teams are all the same kind of team. I feel like they might not put in all 5. They might put in like 2 and then a couple of different kinds of teams. So I don't know if stand-up is probably like that too. Okay.
So what different type of teams are there?
There's like different forms of improv. I guess. So that different forms, there's duos where it's 2 people, there's big teams, there's like narratives where you have a theme, where there's like a story, there's like very structured kind of things that have every scene has to be a specific thing. So, I think they want some kind of a variety, which is fair. You don't want to watch the same kind of stand-up comedian in a show. You want to have different styles.
Are there teams where they just do improv songs?
Yeah, there's musical improv too. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna put some chapstick on really quick.
Making me gonna put his drugs on his mouth right now. It's totally legal. Don't worry about it. Don't look at him.
No,
Stop looking at him.
No, look at me. Put chapstick on.
Oh wait, he might.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm sorry, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
I have to look at my notes.
Much better.
So now you can.
Now I can talk.
Now you can talk correctly.
It's just Vaseline.
Hopefully you don't say vegetable instead of festival.
I know that would be embarrassing twice. Twice in one podcast.
It would be a comeback.
It would be a what?
A comeback?
Comeback? Callback?
Callback.
Yeah.
See, I can't talk straight.
Comeback.
My words aren't even working.
It's a comeback.
Yeah. Come back from behind. So, do you have like a hobby or something else besides comedy?
Comedy's my hobby.
Comedy's your only hobby?
Yeah. No. I do some yoga.
Okay.
What else do
Prove
I do?
it!
Prove it?
Wait, who says that?
I don't know. I would. I have a hole in my pants, which maybe you'll get more views, or less, depending on.
It just depends on the kink.
Yeah, that's
Depends
true.
Depends on where the hole is.
You know, it depends on your marketing. Actually,
Yeah.
depends where you market it.
Talk to the marketing department. Hey, Mark from marketing, give me a call. Well, no, don't call right now. I'm recording.
Later, call later.
Yeah, call later. Really cool.
If your name is Mark from marketing. If I own a marketing business, my name is Mark. I call Mark from marketing.
What if the whole company is called Mark from marketing?
You'd only have Marks. Yeah.
That's right. And all the clients are called Marks too.
Yeah.
Just to be funny.
Like, you have a great resume and all. Everything's good, great experiences. Your name's Chad, though.
Consider changing your name to Mark?
Yeah, for this job. We're not going to pay you more, but it's hard to find a job nowadays, and we're not asking too much.
No, we're not.
No.
Yeah, you could just you could have your middle name be Mark, but everyone calls you Mark.
If your name's Peter, you do PR. Peter from PR. Peter from PR. Yeah.
What about Pierre from PR?
Pierre from PR. Well, Peter isn't Pierre French? Peter.
I know. But
Okay.
It just sounds better.
Pierre from PR.
Pierre, he's our PR.
Well, I mean, we make up stuff that's not real on stage all the time, so you could just say your name's
tell
Mark.
them that.
Sorry.
Oh my God, you spoilers.
It's not always real. I put too much chapstick on. Now it's like, this is way too much now.
No one noticed.
I know, but me, I have to say it.
So people understand why you're wiping your mouth?
You know what I do sometimes in shows that is really bad?
No.
If someone sneezes,
Stop
whatever.
the whole show.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Thank God Satan left your body.
It's just like my automatic reaction. I'll ruin my joke, I'll ruin my timing, and I'll stop and say bless you. And then I do it. I'm like, God darn it! Like, why did I do that?
It should be a callback.
It should be. If they have to sneeze again for it to be a callback, and hopefully they sneeze in the next 10 minutes of the show, or else it's done.
Maybe if that happens, then you should have a comedian sneeze.
Oh yeah.
In the back.
Yeah. If you're ever watching me and someone sneezes, you sneeze again so I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'll wait until the very end.
I think when I was here that happened, you were working the show. I don't know.
I was hosting?
You were like
I had to
doing
manage.
something. Yeah, you were doing something.
Yeah. There's a few times I have to manage. It's nice right now that I don't have to work at night, so then I can either just hang out or go to other shows.
That's cool.
Yeah, but nothing ever lasts forever.
Nothing never lasts forever.
Nothing ever lasts forever.
Okay, just true, profound.
Yeah, now that I messed up, he's really listening to mess up again.
Yeah, I am.
Like, really like, did he say something wrong? Did he say something silly?
Call back. I want to call back.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen other times when someone sneezes and comedians stop and say bless you, or am I the only one?
That's maybe other people say bless you, but I don't never really read. I think they've gotten, if it's happened, they're able to say bless you and then get right back into the joke.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Not me.
derail the whole.
I derail my show. It's really annoying.
Why don't you should have a joke about it.
I should.
You should be like, sorry, I'm just compelled to say bless you, and you just make up a fake story.
Yeah, I should have something when I do that. That's a good idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Yeah, and then when someone sneezes again, and you're like, bless you. No, I can't tell the story again.
Yeah, I like the idea of maybe getting annoyed with them. Like, why are you coming to the show not healthy? And ruining it for everyone else. And ruining my timing with your sneezes.
You're going to sneeze. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. When you know it's coming, hold it in and go sneeze so you don't ruin the show for everyone.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that.
Or if you sneeze, you better have someone right next to you say bless you real quick.
Yeah. So he
doesn't feel compelled.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Exactly. It's good. So do you wish you started comedy earlier?
Yeah, I think we all kind of do, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I wish I started early, got committed to it, and made it like the thing. I think I wish that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Any more time is better.
Yeah, for sure.
Does anyone you ever ask that say no?
Occasionally there's people who are like, oh no, I think I started at the right time.
Okay.
You know, because just of how their life has gone.
They're never like, I wish I never started.
Yeah, you need to like have someone announce that they're quitting comedy on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm quitting comedy, and then they just leave. Well, I'm glad I helped.
Yeah. Hopefully it's someone known so that people actually care.
Yeah, that's true.
But if not, then I guess they did the right thing. Yeah.
Sure. I think there's people that quit comedy and they come back.
If I quit comedy, would you be sad?
I don't know. It just depends on if you tell me, I guess. I'm sorry. Because there's a lot of people that just disappear and you don't know, did they quit? Are they taking a break?
Yeah.
Did they move? Did they die?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's people I've seen up on stage and they just died.
Yeah.
And I just don't know because I didn't know them that well.
Gosh.
Right?
That's crazy to think about.
I think that someone's died right now.
Just now?
Yeah.
Probably. Also just now.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
you
You can't live that way, no.
keep this up.
No, it's a bad way to live. Also, someone was just born.
Yeah, like a few people have been born since we started the podcast.
It's pretty cool.
That's right. And maybe one day we'll meet them.
And people are just being made as we speak. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, that's the craziest.
Every level of existence is happening every second. Probably every second.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Have you had a pregnancy scare?
No, I haven't. You?
No.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah, as far as I don't want an ex to come up like.
Because you usually don't find out about the pregnancy scare unless you're in a relationship.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like this is like a weird thing. Like if I were to get someone pregnant, that's like not a bad person. I would be excited about it at this point in my life. I wouldn't be scared. It would be cool.
Okay.
So that's so new.
Would you quit comedy?
Would I think I kind of have to for temporarily. Like
you're gonna take maternity leave?
Yeah, take maternity leave from something that pays nothing.
Like, oh, it's this guy. I got a brood.
I call
start pacing at the hospital, so they're used to it.
Yeah.
She's 6 months more until she's has the baby.
I call the Madhouse manager, like, oh, hey, this is Elwin. I have to take a 3-month hiatus from paternity leave. They're like, we weren't going to put you on any shows anyway. Like, why are you telling us this? No, just in case. Yeah. Can't do shows for 3 months.
Yeah. You got to talk to the booker, not to the manager.
Yeah.
It's separate.
Okay. Sorry. See, you're an expert.
No, I'm not an expert. I just know certain things.
Okay. Cool.
It's good to have it separate. That's what it seems like. So what are your actual goals in comedy?
My goals in comedy. I don't have a set goal. I think it would be nice at a certain point to have some kind of an income from it. That would be cool. That's like that side of it. Aside from that, I have like small goals that come up. Like my most recent one, like maybe a year ago, a few months back, is like, okay, I want to like become like a better performer rather than I was focusing more on the performing than the writing. So that like, the little things that happen in a show, like sometimes someone's maybe laughing or saying something on the side, and if you're a good performer, you acknowledge and realize and are present for it. If you're not, you're doing your jokes and you're moving on. So I guess I had a goal it's even like be more of a crowd worky comic, I guess, is sort of it too. But then in a show when they don't want crowd work, to realize that too and do your stuff. So just, that's like the small goal I had. But the bigger goal is that I think at some point I want to like have a show I'm producing consistently. Haven't really pursued that at this point, but I've produced shows in the past, but they haven't really been an ongoing thing. They've been a once in a while thing.
Okay.
So an ongoing thing would be cool to have like kind of your thing every month at least.
So do you ever host?
Yeah. Oh, host other people's shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, once in a while. I've got to.
Cool.
So it's cool. I don't know. Hosting's alright. It's a good audience. It's fun.
Sure.
You are sort of taking one for the team to start a lot of times, getting the crowd going.
Right.
You're not really like doing it's I don't know. You want to do your material, but it's like kind of not the best place because you're just getting the crowd going. So I feel like it's mostly more of a crowd worky kind of thing.
Yeah.
But well, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, it is good to do your material, so then they get used to the flow of
Material
people are
in
gonna
general.
do
Yeah.
Material.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, you do crowd work, and this next comic does material, and they're like, wait, I thought this felt
Yeah.
like crowd work.
Yeah, true. It's just for me. No, you're right. It's not like if I don't get if I do like my best material and I don't get a good laugh when I'm hosting and I'm opening the show, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna judge that super hard.
Right.
It's that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not like it's gonna be my best performance. It's just you're hosting, you're helping, you're taking a bullet, so everyone else could do well.
Cool. So what is your favorite joke right now?
My favorite joke?
It could be anybody's joke.
Anybody's joke?
Even if you don't know who it is.
I'm trying to, a couple that what's the one? Oh, I forget his name. There's this like Israeli comedian. I saw a joke recently where he's like, I forget his name, but he was talking about, he comes to the U.S. and they're like, oh, you can't say this when you're something, then you could say a joke about it. And he's like, okay, and he basically just is like, oh, from Israel, which is like, in Asia, I'm Asian, I could do Asian jokes. Like, he just goes on like all these tangents of how many things he is and how many jokes he could do about.
Okay.
And like, my mom's from Polish, that's Africa. I'm African. My mom's American, I'm African American. So I could do African American jokes. So that was pretty funny. He didn't make any of the jokes, but it was just like the implication that he could. So that was pretty smart. So right now, I guess that's my favorite joke.
Cool. Yeah. So do you have like a favorite fan interaction? Either like someone said, "Oh, I really liked your comedy," or you saw like a comedian and you had a good interaction with them.
I don't know if I've met, as far as my interaction with the comedian, I can't really think of anything. I mean, it's always cool after getting complimented after a show. There's an improv show I did once where this like couple came up to me, and whatever, they weren't even they were maybe a little younger than me. This was a couple years ago, and the guy came up to me. He's like, "Oh, you were my favorite tonight," and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he was like sort of nervous. I'm like, dude, it's like an improv show. But anyway, that was pretty cool. It always feels good to be complimented. It's just in life in general, being complimented. Guys don't compliment each other enough, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a great color on you, by the way.
What, my T-shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera really catches the things.
What's Camp KF?
It's a YouTube channel I listen to. It's actually called Kind of Funny.
Oh.
So I like to like when it's hidden. When I wear something that says "Kind of Funny," people are like, "Oh." It's like, no. It's like, just because someone wears a shirt that says "Kind of Funny," they're not saying that they're kind of funny.
Oh.
Right? If I wore a Daft Punk T-shirt,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm Daft Punk.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, exactly. I could be. I could be one of them.
I wouldn't do this, but I thought it'd be funny if you wore a shirt that said "Not Racist." I might do that.
Would you buy a shirt that says "Not Racist"?
I don't know if they exist. I'd have to I have to like custom make it. I think order it.
I make merch, so that's a good one.
It's kind of fun. Not racist, not sexist, like whatever. Yeah. Loves, enter like erase whatever.
What?
Like loves, and then you put erase.
Erase.
Yeah. Loves, loves all races.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, erase? Love? Erase love? What? I get it now.
You get it now.
Yeah. So what is your favorite place to do comedy?
Venue, you mean?
Anything that comes to mind when I ask that question.
Man, the show I did here was really fun, actually. That was a good crowd. I've only got to do it once, but it was cool.
Sweet. What day of the week was it?
Sunday, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I did the roast battle recently, which
how'd that go?
It was interesting. I didn't know how much I didn't really like being made fun of in front of a big crowd of people. I thought, you watch it, it's fun, they don't mean it, but then I'm like, not my favorite thing. But not to say I wouldn't want to do it again, but I didn't expect that I would even care. But I did care a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get it.
You did that a couple times, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have another one October 2nd.
Nice.
It already happened. It was fun. I'm so glad I won. I'm so glad I lost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
So glad I get to do it again, hopefully.
I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do a fun thing.
Yeah, I'm so glad we had the best set of the night. We got invited to LA.
Yeah?
No.
Oh.
I'm just trying to. I'm so glad that I was able to have a good run, and now I'm not invited back.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is work. I mean, it takes away from other things.
Does it hurt your feelings a little bit to be made fun of, especially by the judges? Does it affect you at all?
No. So that's the thing. It goes back to wanting to start comedy earlier. I definitely wish I would have started comedy earlier, but I do know if I would have started in like early 20s or whatever, I just wouldn't be able to handle hecklers, other comedians, a roast battle.
Right.
Even times where I knew the people were joking, I just would just get emotional.
Yeah.
And it's like, even I didn't want to be getting emotional, but
now it's fine.
Now it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes, like, I do still, like, someone says something, like, you get off stage, like, especially at open mic, and someone says something, and it is like, oh, why'd you have to say that?
Yeah.
But it's, given a little bit of time, I can not do well on it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus, like, when consistently people are saying the same thing, it's like, I gotta figure out how to, like, take that and, just be more broadly appealing, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Anyway, what was your family like growing up?
My family?
Yeah.
That's good.
Did you grow up with a family?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Yeah, it was good. I was the youngest. Loving family. It's good.
Where'd you grow up at?
Poway, California.
You grew up in Poway?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. What's your earliest memory?
I think my grandma giving me a bath. But I'm not sure because I've seen pictures of her giving me a bath.
Right.
But I feel like I do kind of remember it, and I was a baby.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I have a memory of like this one day when I was 3, of the whole day of like seeing my dog for the first time that day, and
seeing your what?
my dog.
Oh, okay.
Like we got a dog, and it was my first time seeing him, and coming home, and I wanted to play with him. My mom didn't let me because he was sleeping, and made me really sad. So there's like this whole day of things I did that day that I remember when I was 3, aside from the bath when I was like 2. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So what's like the biggest audience you perform for?
Probably the roast battle, I think. Try to think on improv if I've had bigger audiences than that. Maybe the Phoenix Festival was like in a big like amphitheater kind of thing. It wasn't completely full, but it could have been at least close to Comedy Store, something like that. So those two.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is there any other type of art you do?
I don't think so. Other art?
You don't play music or
no?
All right.
I'm a data analyst, so I make cool dashboards sometimes. Sometimes it's artistic.
You make a dashboard?
Like with sales or whatever, business stuff.
Okay.
So sometimes you got to make them a little pretty.
You like a graph and stuff?
Yeah, graphs.
Okay.
Yeah. Pie graphs, bar graphs, line graphs, maps sometimes, like stuff on a map. There's some art to it. You got to make it appeal to the person looking at it, but...
Yeah, make it informative, but also appealing.
Yeah, pretty much. It can't look like garbage.
Yeah, even when you're tracking garbage.
Well, even when you're... Yeah.
Look like garbage.
That's true. Yeah, that's funny. I want to work for a garbage company. That'd be fun.
Yeah, gotta keep track of that garbage.
It's like, this looks like garbage. Don't say that about my dashboard. No, like it looks like garbage.
That looks like about right.
Yeah, that looks good.
This amount percent that's recyclable.
Right. Lots of garbage. Lots of garbage on this graph.
Yeah, exactly. So, would you ever do a character on stage?
We were talking about this the other day. We were, remember when we were like writing, how I want to do more of like what you do, and you want to do more of like what I do.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, when we were at your writing thing.
Let's talk about it more because it wasn't recorded.
That's right. We should have. We wouldn't even have to do this.
Damn it! But it would have been recorded in a different spot. Trying to record all the episodes here at the Madhouse in the Brick Room.
Wouldn't look as good as this back. Or no, yeah, this one.
Well, I'm supposed to get a curtain backdrop.
Oh yeah.
I already have the curtain, but I'm supposed to get the poles. Hopefully, this is going to come today.
Oh, okay.
So then I'm thinking of like putting it up, just and then maybe hanging like a sign that says comedy or worse.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
you have I forget what your logo is. Do you have a logo for it?
Yeah, it has like pretzels and then cameras for the O, and then
right. I remember
microphones for some of the letters.
Yeah,
like the W.
I could picture. I remember now. I could picture it.
Yeah, I mean the goal is to like say like I come up with another joke that's really. I mean, I guess another goal is when people think of comedy, they always just want to say or worse. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
You're just like in a different town.
Yeah.
And you say, oh, what do you do? You're like, oh, I'm in comedy, and they go, or worse, and you're like, what? How did you know?
Yeah, that would be cool. Have you thought about how you can get people to do that?
Yeah, I gotta make the podcast more famous.
Yeah, that's
one. Doing shows. It took a while, but then I'm like, wait, I should just brand all the shows comedy or worse.
Yeah, that's smart.
Even the workshop is now.
Yeah. Comedy
or worse writing workshop. It moved it to Quantum Brewing on Saturdays from 4. Well, it was already on Saturdays, but it's moved to Quantum Brewing right before the mic.
Okay. Oh, it's right before the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. On Friday?
On Saturday.
Saturdays. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you were telling me you were thinking about doing that, but now you did it.
Yeah, it just took me a week to decide. I'm like, I'll just see how Saturdays go.
Yeah.
Saturdays definitely, having open mic / show back to back 2 days in a row, it's definitely always going to be one day that's more popular than the other day.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting to me that Friday is the most popular day instead of Saturday. I don't know why. I guess Saturdays starts later or earlier.
I would say that
that's maybe what it is.
Most time people have plans on Saturdays, whereas Fridays they might go do something, but I'd say it's mostly unplanned. Like, okay, I guess I'll go out. So that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, even I get more comics to come.
Yeah, I'm even
Fridays than Saturdays.
Right. That's.
Do you think a lot of comics are just taking Saturdays off from open mics and doing stuff?
I mean, yes, but also it's a big show day. People probably have shows on Saturdays. That might be.
I was just thinking that people that have shows on Saturday would have a show on Friday.
Maybe sometimes I have one on one of the days. I don't know, depending on your level. But anyway, yeah, let's talk. Maybe we talk about the thing we were about to talk about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't turn to derail.
No. Just think it's interesting for all your listeners.
So, the question I asked is, have you ever done or would you ever do a character on stage?
Right. And we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
That I want to do more, maybe not full characters, but more act out kind of stuff. Yeah. And seems like that's kind of your wheelhouse. And then I do more stuff from my personal life. Right. You don't really do that. So we were both talking about doing more of that.
Trying to do more of that. It's not easy.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, I do want to do, I don't know if I want to go on and be like a character the whole time, but I want to like act out certain things. Yeah. So I think I have that in me to do that. I'm trying a little more, but
yeah, cool.
But have you tried your thing? Doing more real life stuff?
Yeah, it started off with, I've always done a little bit of personal stuff here and there where it just felt natural. And but then one thing I was doing is telling a joke and then I was telling the story behind the joke. Mm-hmm. Just to get in the habit of that. But I think I need to do more of just go up there with an idea, I should talk about this time this happened to me, mm-hmm. Because I think there's certain things that are just easier to just talk it out, instead of just writing it.
Sometimes, yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows, man?
Stressed out about it?
No, I just one of the reasons I do the podcast too is it's like there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
So many ways of writing. There's so many ways of performing.
Yeah.
I just want to do it all, okay?
Yeah, I know. Me too. I want to do it all.
Have you ever been on an improv versus stand-up?
Yeah, I did that. What's today? Monday? I did that Saturday night actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Good. Yeah. It's the third time I've done that.
Cool. So. Have you ever been to your stand-up and then also got to be part of the improv team?
Yeah. I hosted a show like that. Same kind of format called Comedy Clash, where I was the opener. And then I jumped on there's two other comedians. I jumped on for the last improv portion of it. And it was fun, but kind of hard because the improvisers kind of have their own chemistry already by that point. Right. And so me jumping on felt weird. So when I did that show again, I just didn't. I think for the show, it's better that I don't.
Right.
But yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. At the show on Saturday, an improviser was asking me before if it's ever weird to be knowing doing stand up but knowing how the improv works, and I'm I guess I'm in a way less. I know it more, so I'm oh, that's not, if you know, I guess some comedians are oh, how did you come up with that? I'm I understand, how, so to me, maybe it's less of an amazing thing, but doesn't mean it's less amazing. It's just, I understand the amazing of it.
Right. Yeah, so that's interesting.
That's my perspective on it.
Yeah, but also I just think being a comic, you can understand how people come up with stuff, right?
I think so.
Because it's almost can be the beginning of a joke, right? Or
yeah.
You just thought of something on stage, or someone yelled something out, or a comment before said, doesn't always work, but occasionally someone just says a word and you go, oh, that would make a funny joke, and you just take that and totally transform it. It does not seem like you're copying them.
Yeah. I got an interesting perspective from it from an improviser that was on one of my shows, and there's a comedian that had like really crisp jokes, like really well written stuff, and he was like, it was a challenge because the joke was already like written to its entirety. Right. So it's like, what else can I do with this? Sure. And then he's like an experienced improviser, so he liked the challenge, but he said it was challenging even because it's weird because when I've been on the improv side of it, because I did remember Comedy Palace used to do the same thing, so I was on that improv team, and I remember when it was.
Did you perform?
Yeah.
The time I went up, did you perform?
I don't think so. I think I would remember you.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that. It would have been. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
For the first time.
Yeah. So I remember when I did that, when it was good comedy, it was easier to pull from than not so good comedy. Sure. But then it's interesting. My friend was like, the good comedy was hard to pull from.
Well, maybe it was just. Maybe it was just so good. There's like you said, they milked everything out of it.
Yeah. You need to have middle. It has to be not great. It has to be good.
It has to be good, but not. Oh, you forgot this tag.
Yeah.
What if it went this way?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
But it's interesting. I think still you could. I don't know. My perspective is if it's good, you could still pull something because you could change it around a little bit. Yeah. But I see that challenge where if it's so good, it's hard. But I don't know. I haven't done that kind of show consistently to really know, but it's a different perspective.
For sure. So have you ever won like a comedy contest or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever entered a contest?
I guess there's a couple of the ones in town where you vote on the top 2 or something. I've been in those, but I haven't won.
Okay.
I guess improv does have something called the cage match, where you go 2 teams compete and see who the audience votes. I've won that a couple times on teams.
There you go.
So yeah, I guess I have won a comedy contest.
You and your team won.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's cool. What's your best booking story? Either like you did a show and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I booked that comic, or famous improv team or whatever. Or
no such thing.
Or the other way around. Whose line is it anyway? Isn't famous enough? I don't know. Or the opposite. Like you got booked on a show. You're like, I can't believe I got booked on that show.
I don't know if I have any good stories with that.
Oh no. This is sad.
I'm trying to think. Shoot, I don't know. Probably that time I had a feature spot at Quantum Brewing. That was pretty cool.
What? How did you possibly pull that off?
I know, right?
It's really easy
it's
to
so
get
hard.
on there.
Yeah, I know.
Wait.
I don't think you sent me a link, by the way, for that. I never got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I should send. Oh,
the
on
heck?
Purpose?
I know.
Did you send me your email?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on purpose.
I know.
There's definitely want to get you booked.
I know it's not on purpose. I understand.
Well, I sent you the link to the recording of the podcast, but not.
I think so. I get the open mic links. Maybe.
But you got the one you booked yourself in this recording spot,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look at that.
Maybe I have to look at it again. Maybe I'm wrong.
I can always just send it again. Just go to the right page and push the button.
Yeah, just send it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You bet. You betcha. Let's see. So what's the worst thing about comedy right now?
Worst thing about comedy right now. Like, figuring out ideas is hard. Like,
okay.
I guess. I don't know. It's good. Whatever. I don't know. I had a little bit of a layoff for a while for some personal stuff. Coming back, you always lose a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I had a show I was doing it at what the heck is, I forgot the name of the club for a second. Mic Drop. I was producing a show at Mic Drop that I had to cancel because I had a personal thing going on. That would have been cool to get a little bit of momentum, do that show. A lot of my friends were excited to go.
Do you got another date?
No, I had like a personal family thing. I was off for like 3 months. Another date.
No, like another date in the future where.
Oh no, not at this moment. I don't know. The hardest thing is after you take a break, coming back and getting momentum back.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's I guess the hardest thing right now.
Cool. So do you have any merch?
No.
Why not? You don't like it?
I don't know. I just haven't done it.
All right.
Yeah. Do you have any merch?
Yeah, I definitely got merch. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they are just listening because you're on.
Maybe. So let them know. All my fans.
Yeah. So you just gotta go. Just search for Aaron Made You Laugh, and you can find my merch.
Aaron made me laugh.
No, Aaron made you laugh.
Aaron made you laugh.
Yeah, just with the U.
Yeah. Oh, with a U?
Just with the U because your handles can only be so long.
Okay.
And
Aaron.
YOU, that's too long.
Right. Was that already taken?
No, it's just too long. Aaron made you YOU laugh. It's it's more than 14 characters.
Even if Aaron didn't make you laugh, still find it.
Even if I almost made you laugh, like it was so close.
Every situation, look it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to like have all the shirts I wear my own merch, but it's a slow process.
I've never seen you. Have I ever been in like a show with you? I don't think so. I was gonna ask, do you sell your merch after? Do you like mention it?
I have to get more stuff. Like a lot of the stuff is like print on demand.
Oh.
You know, I got my pretzel shoes right now. I'm not even wearing them. I can't.
You're not wearing your shoes?
Bothered.
Gross.
You smell?
No, I don't smell it, but
yeah,
it's probably not gross. I'm just being a jerk.
I mean, I'll take the feedback. I mean, do shoes really keep in the smell that well? It's no. If your feet stink, having your shoes on isn't. I mean, yes, initially, you'll smell it, but.
Well, I have these slippers at home that are they're like sweat resistant. They're really good slippers. They have like arch supports. They're great. And I wear them when I'm clean, like out of the shower. But then eventually, still, they will start to smell. It'll take a while. Right. So every shoe has their breaking point. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, if your shoes stink, then you need to like combat the odor somehow, right? There's insoles that like support and also fight odor.
Well, it's a trade-off because like how stinky are your feet versus like how well the shoe can withstand it.
Right.
You gotta find your own balance.
And you know what? You can take more than one shower.
Yeah.
And you can wash your feet without taking a shower.
It's true. I actually do that sometimes. Yeah.
Soak your feet. Everything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm soaking my feet right now. Made you look.
Can they even see below?
No.
Okay.
They're like trying. Come on.
There you go there? Huh? They're okay. Yeah. Is it under the phone?
Yeah. People are like animals. They don't even know.
I don't even get it. They think the phone is the world and they can like,
Exactly. Throw the world away.
Yeah. They think they can. And they will. Yeah.
Exactly.
People, right?
It's crazy.
It's
great. I had this joke I was trying to work on. I don't know. You know how people say like, I'm getting off. So they want to get off social media. So they're like, I deleted social media from my phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried deleting social media from my phone, but it turns out there's thousands of backup servers all over the world. It's just a silly thing.
I had a thought, kind of joke I thought of where, you know how people make a post like, I'm a post about how they're getting off social media, and then everyone likes it. I think that's funny. They like want them off. You have like the most likes you ever got for when you're getting off.
Right.
I don't know. I thought.
Yeah, people that they just want attention. Well, I don't know. Like, for me, like, the reason I've gone to like some of the things that, like the scheduling of the features and scheduling of the podcast, I'm like making it as easy on me as possible. Having someone's email, sending them an email, having them sign up. Supposed to send me an email, but I freaking stopped doing it.
Wait, we're supposed to send you an email?
It's supposed to send me an automatic email when someone signs up.
Yeah.
But it stopped doing it, and I've checked the spam folder, so I don't know if it's something going on with the list, but it doesn't matter. I'm keeping up and looking at it.
Right.
But because like people sending messages is like sometimes when we're dealing with a lot of people, it's kind of starts to get, it takes time to read the message, to respond to the message.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness. So I don't know if I really want. I like to deal with people in real life. So I think I feel like my social scene is like, I've also come to accept how I am. Like I don't plan. Like oh, I run a mic. If people like come, that's great, right? But I don't need people to tell me that they're not coming,
right?
Unless like they're a feature or something,
right? I think I've told you that I'm not coming before, but when I was a feature, yeah.
And it's not the I'd rather have you say that you later on see me in real life again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I haven't been coming to Quantum Brewing, but I've been signing up.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of stuff going on in my life or whatever. I'd rather interact with people in real life.
Gotcha.
Than get all these freaking messages about stuff that doesn't really matter that much. There are times where 11 people don't show up, and I'm like, oh shoot, what's going on?
Are you? Let me see if I understand something. So, say someone signs up for the open mic, will message you, say they're not going, be like, oh sorry, so and so happened, I can't make it. Are you upset that they're messaging?
They just don't need to bother me.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
You don't need, whether it's a message about a summary of what happened or a little one. Either way, you don't care. It's
not that I don't care.
You just don't. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
I see.
Right? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Unless, I guess, I don't know. I guess that goes back to the problem of I'm not really messaging a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm not really. I see people in real life, and when I see them, I see them.
Right.
And maybe that just goes to. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I need to like.
I think you're fine.
What's that?
I think you're fine.
Oh, okay.
I think sometimes people with open mics, there's some where you might sign up, and if you don't show up, they'll judge you for that, and won't let you on later. That might be where it's coming from, where people are trying to be polite.
People are gonna have to do that a hell of a lot. Then I definitely notice, like, oh yeah, this person always signs up and never comes.
Yeah. Over time, you might see that trend.
Yeah, I don't.
Would you judge them for it, or would you care?
They're probably not going to be part of the feature list.
Got it.
Right?
So see, that's what people are thinking. They don't want to piss you off and put their name on there. And
right, but I'll tell you that the person that signs up doesn't come but keeps messaging me. I'm sorry.
That's even worse.
That's
yeah.
Don't call out stuff. If it's bad news, we don't need to talk about bad news.
Got
right? Unless it's like they really are reaching out because like something tragic happened and they're
right. Every week.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess I'm a little bit selfish. I've had friends in my life where it's like I don't know. I don't want people to hurt themselves, commit suicide or whatever, but wouldn't it be, I don't know if I would want to collect a bunch of friends that are, you know what I mean, like possibly going to commit suicide.
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Yeah, it's like there's only so many. Right?
Yeah, right.
It's hard to like, you're on the phone with person one and the other person's on call waiting.
Right.
And you have to say, oh, well, the other person could do it.
Right. You gotta keep this person okay for a while. Go back, make their.
You have to have 2 phone lines.
Yeah, right. Man. You need to have an AI Aaron Trahan to. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Rough.
Exactly. So yeah, if you're ever feeling like you're gonna be too sad to go on, there's what's that number? Like you call.
Oh, the suicide hotline?
998. They made it so simple.
Not simple enough, obviously.
I just can't remember right now. It's not 911.
No, it's not 911.
You shouldn't call 911 if you're going to commit suicide.
No.
You should call 911 if you see someone else committing suicide.
Right.
About trying to commit suicide, because you're even though no one wants people to commit suicide, if you cost taxpayers money, that can be a problem.
Right. True. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very complicated.
Is it?
We need to figure these things out.
Yeah.
Mental health. Do you believe in mental health?
Do I believe in mental health?
Yeah.
I think it's a hoax.
There's no such thing as mental health.
Yeah.
Everybody's crazy. Everybody's just about to go off to the deep end.
It's something the Democrats are putting on us to try to trick us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's a thing.
It's a white people thing.
It's a white people thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah.
That is true. That happens. That I'm sure a lot of us comedians deal with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't use comedy for therapy.
No. Improv maybe is a little better.
Improv's better for therapy.
Yeah.
Because it's a group dynamic.
Yeah, it's a happier thing. Not that stand-up's not a happy thing, but improv actually is like you go to an open mic, most of the time you fail at least a little bit. Improv celebrates failure. So it's a good thing. Could help your mental health.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So is there anything else you want to talk about? What's the happiest you've been in your life?
Happiest I've been in my life.
Yeah.
Right now.
What? It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. I don't know. You asked some complicated questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. So happiest I've been in my life and the funniest person in my life I'll think about for next time, and I'll let you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So how do people reach you on the social media?
I have a really complicated Instagram.
Here we go. Listen carefully.
It's my first and last name at Elwin Warsh.
What?
What? Yeah, I know.
Just look into the description of the episode. Don't listen to this guy. He doesn't even spell out his name or anything.
No. ELWINWARSH.
Okay, that's cool. So, how do you think the W happened? They were just like, U's not enough. You gotta have 2 of them.
Yeah. I think that's what happened exactly.
Exactly.
They're like
solving these problems.
They maybe it was whoever was making it up. Like, this is the worst letter. But we,
what
let's
need to do is double it.
let's try to see if double. And W, people like a W.
Yeah.
I think there's a hotel called the W. Is there the U? Is there the A? No.
Oh.
But there is a W.
There is. That's right.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Cool.
Alrighty. So we'll end the podcast and then we'll start recording the promo.
Okay.